High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Okay, radio check, radio check. Excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Welcome then, as we take a step back into the nostalgic golden days of motorsport. Spa is unashamedly a throwback, and all the better for it. Climbs, drops, sharp turns, chicanes, sweeping high-speed corners, all while taking in some of the most beautiful scenery that Europe has to offer. This might sound like a travel brochure, but it's not. It's a race day. Welcome along to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Sonny Hayes lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Albon, Esteban Ocon, and Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Pierce, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Piastri, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Bortoletto, Russell, Lawson, Nico Hülkenberg, and Lewis Hamilton, Behrman, Doohan, Hadja, and Yuki Tsunoda rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 9th place. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Okay, DRS is now available. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, remember to pit this lap. Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Joshua's ahead of you now. And gap to the car in front, 3.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:49.7. Joshua's coming in for his stop. Okay, Sonny, and Verstappen's behind. It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please. Gap to your teammate behind, 18.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're in 9th place. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Oh mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 24.4 seconds. Final lap, push, push. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
No one knows what goes on behind the scenes, but on the racetrack today, it's a win. And what a win for Sonny Hayes.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.